Wake up in the morning, feel the power of God. The sun is so bright, I can feel the stars. Well, what do you expect? I mirror the moon. Cause movements on the earth, I create lagoons. Realizing who you are is like a healing scar. Take flight to meditate between worlds near and far. Come again, cover me, feel the mist. Feels good to exist, I can taste the bliss. Hands in the air when you feel in charge. Not far from the truth when you master the odds. Shiver up my spine all through my veins. Will love you through life, even past the pain. Others may regret, I choose express. Looking through my windows, soul access. 1, 2, 1, 2, the party don't stop. Excited about the future, so I move roadblocks. What's the plan? Tell the truth to every black seed, woman and man. If we don't come together, we can't expand. Melting in a pot, used to separate sand. First is confusion, erase our memories. Who are we to know if they planted false seeds? We must know we covered this whole place. Took control of everything, secluded us to a space. The planet wasn't big enough, we still exist. Creating chaos, so we must persist. I insist that you're pushing depopulation, trying to counterfeit God's creations. Fear should be at the very back of your mind. Believe it or not, we're running out of time. And if I get labeled that I'm pushing hate, I learned everything living in the right place. Shit's absurd, believe half of what you see, some of what you heard. As the world turns, it's a merry-go-round. We better hold on before we hit the ground. Just another dream, don't wanna awake. My eyes are wide open, so it was a mistake. I was seeing my love, our life a collage. Ready to embrace, but it was a mirage. Had to get it together, cause life's an itch. When you're going one day, all of a sudden a switch. My niece said to me, I'm feeling like an adult. I'm moving with this man and it's not his fault. And he said he was feeling just like a child. And I could go to jail if I choose to wild. At my wit's end, feeling out of control. Give it up to God, give him that to hold. Succeeding and believing. I will always work hard when things get hectic. People that I love will always be protected. Yeah, Grand Rising. Grand Rising, Grand Biscuits, magic wand waving grand wizards. If you my man, 100 grand in a grand missing. I got 99 problems, what's the damn difference? Listen, on my unborn grandkids, you know a nigga grown when a band is a bandage and the band keeps playing when you on a Titanic and your home network can't handle the bandwidth life's a damn bitch. Still love her though.
Raw sex pulling off the rubber slow. Rubber dub, that's a dry rub on the roast. Smells like burnt toast, you know I got a serious stroke. Periods broke like the levees. Flow on the mic kinda heavy. Got enough sauce for the spaghetti. Red hot chili pepper, order water under the bridge. I forgive niggas for wanting to live. I ain't mad at ya, I ain't the mad rapper. Just a mad dapper damn rather. Shimmy y'all like a capper. Somebody tell Boozy that I'm better. Vanilla extract in a batter. I ain't playing patty cake. I mean, how many patty pies can daddy bake? Mad I gotta save a slice for Sally Mae. May the odds ever be forever in your favor. Forever and a whole day later. Day to day, day traders. Daylight come for slave labor. Labor Day, labor pains getting paid straight up. Grand Rising, Grand Canyon, grandfather clock, grandstanding. You lucky if you got grandparents. Shit is Operation Grand Clearance. It's clandestine. Magazine Glam Essence. 120 playing lessons from the ancestors. Fan blessings. Hand-in-hand hand gestures. Jam sessions. Children asking damn questions. Watching cartoons and wrestling. Grand Rising, Grand Central. Freemasons at the Grand Temple. All praises to the audacious. All seeing eye, all patient. Call waiting for the hookup. Cook up salt fish. Just crooked how to pour. Get rewarded with more risk. Fried dumpling, daily bread. Top of the morning, getting daily head. Taking diabetic daily meds. Sugar-free jelly spread. Crown Jewel got a heavy head. You got a headache from the Reggie Reg. Grand Rise, 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 Grand Rise.
You Kingston and Wailing soul in the place.
Protect me from the evil in the streets. Protect me from the robbers and thieves. I'm begging for some strength when I get weak. Must be where I the mark of the beast. Show out the way. Guide me through these evil roadblocks. I and I keep the faith. Them can't trim my naughty dreadlocks. Say a little prayer for a sunny day. Can't take the sky when it's so gray. Jah give me strength so I never go astray. Listen what the Kingston have to say. Protect me from the evil in the streets. Protect me from the robbers and thieves. I'm begging for some strength when I get weak. Must be where I the mark of the beast. Protect me from the evil in the streets. Protect me from the robbers and thieves. I'm begging for some strength when I get weak. Must be where I the mark of the beast. Oh, Jah, give me the strength so that I never go astray. As I trod over these hills, over mountains and valleys, please guide me on my way. This is what I pray. At times in life we struggle, but I'm trying to keep the faith. So much going on in this world that is wrong. We're searching for the answers to the questions in this song. Do you have some time for me? Please hear me when I plead and take away this negativity. Yeah. Protect me from the evil in the streets. Protect me from the robbers and thieves. I'm begging for some strength when I get weak. Must be where I the mark of the beast. Protect me from the evil in the streets. Protect me from the robbers and thieves. I'm begging for some strength when I get weak. Must be where I the mark of the beast.
They try to clip our branches, but them can't kill the roots. Life can be a struggle, so we're off it is youth. Don't give me the drugs to juggle, don't give me the guns to shoot. Just trust in Jah and you will find a way to make it through. The race is for the swift, chosen are a few. Babylon, I ask the question like an interview. Because it's in the paper, do you think that makes it true? Just follow Jaja teachings and you're gonna make it through. Cause
protect me from the evil in the streets. Protect me from the robbers and thieves. I'm begging for some strength when I get weak. Must beware of the mark of the beast. Protect me from the evil in the streets. Protect me from the robbers and thieves. I'm begging for some strength when I get weak. Must beware of the mark of the beast.
I judge our work, 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 I judge our work. Kingston and Welling, soul in the place. I judge our work, I judge our work.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Jai Logic, also known as Mr. M, and this is the Morning Rant. And with me, I have my co-hosts, Stefan Got Jokes, J Doug, V Smiles, and Mimi F Baby.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Redemption said, "Get it, Ja." Yeah. What's good, Ja? How y'all doing?
Good morning, man. I'm doing good.
That's what's up.
Everybody else doing?
I'm blessed, man. V, Mimi, how y'all doing? Talk this.
Yo, amazing. Doing amazing this morning. A little bit in hangover mode because I had some champagne and some kind of a concoction I think I discovered. You know, it's pineapple juice, Jamaican rum, champagne, and orange juice all together in one cup.
Ray and nephew? The Jamaican rum, was it Ray and nephew?
It's the yellow and green one. Sorry. Yellow and green one.
That alarm clock was for everybody this morning.
Sorry.
The yellow and green one, yes, that's Ray and nephew, V. That's
okay, that's what it's called. Okay, so good. Now I know the name, so I don't have to say the yellow and green one when I get to the bar.
Yeah. But was it overproof? Did you get the overproof kind?
That I don't know because I think it says something on the little black leaf on the bottle, but I didn't get a chance to look at it that far. I just knew it was yellow and green from what I see.
Yeah, they got an overproof one. It sounds like you had the overproof one.
To do that, Black Swan. I don't know if anybody's visited Black Swan in Brooklyn, but that's the place that I got the rum from. So yeah, shout out to rum and shout out to water in the morning. Mimi, accountability. You see, I had rum last night, Mimi, and now I have my water with me. Okay. So we're
Look at you shining like a star. Look at you. I'm so proud of you.
There we go.
There you go. I caught your show last night too. It was dope. Well, I caught it today at 2 a.m. And felt very special that y'all mentioned oil pulling. Like, who would have thought the powers combined? Amen.
Absolutely. We got to have you on the show, baby. We got to make that happen.
Yeah, that was Miss Ravioli actually in the chat who brought it up. They definitely been slammed by oil pulling since Mimi brought that to the table. So let's get to these comments. Kelso says, "What Jamaican nigga got her drinking Ray and nephews?" Salute to that business. Eki Asamota, my sister Eki says, "Grand Rising, beautiful people. Grand Rising, Eki. How you doing this morning?" Kelso says, "Happy 80th. Big up." Yes, this is the 80th episode in total.
Oh, nice.
Yes, salute to you. Thank you for that. And for the Facebook user, you're on our group page, so you're going to have to actually do something for it to recognize your name. So just feel free to go to the actual description or just come join us on YouTube, the people that's in the Facebook group and the Ranters Union. But this person says, good morning to you. Virginia Slim says, peace and good morning, and congrats to the union. Thank you, VA Slim. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Virginia Slim. Man. The 80th episode. That's a milestone. That's a milestone. Chris Jones says, top of the morning, kings and queens. Good morning, Chris Jones, my guy. Salute to you, my G. The Rose Show says, great morning. Great morning to you, The Rose Show. Salute to you, sister. And thank you for the donation as well. Redemption is clapping at the music. Kelso is saying good morning with emojis. Kelso also says, imagine if this was the type of music push mainstream that'll make too much sense though. Yeah, we got to play our part here. You know what I mean? We got our own situation. So, while we have it, we need to take advantage of it. You feel me? So, I remember once upon a time, you have to go to public access or some shit like that to get your word out there. Now we got YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and more, Vimeo, all these other, we can go digital. Hence, people like us can have an actual network. Let's see what's going on here. Keenan Kong says top of the morning to the chat. Salute to Keenan Kong. Redemption says salute to all. Salute to you, sister. And Dawn Irish sent this to us this morning before the show even started. She said, good morning. Good morning to you and everybody else who was in the chat before the show started. I think I saw Miss Ravioli in there as well. Good morning from the Morning Rant. So today we're not going to go too heavy on news, but we will talk about news. You know what I mean? But first, you already know what time it is. We have to get some motivation in us. We got to get some motivation this morning. Mimi, you ready for us? You ready with some motivation this morning?
Of course I am.
All right, cool. So with that being said, we're going to do Information by Mimi F. Baby and get some motivation and some tips this morning. And let's get that started.
1, 2, 1, 2, ready.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. You already know what time it is. Me, F Baby, with your information, because when you stay ready, you don't have to what? Get ready. And here at the Renters Union, we will always be ready. So today's information, all this week, I'm going to focus on money. We had some comments in the chat last week, and I promise you guys we're going to focus on finances. Before we even get into the actual physical what's in your pockets, I love to start with your mind. So today I was really inspired by my friend Jordan, who actually listens to the show. So shout out to you if you're listening right now. And he told me, he said, Mia, there's a check being written right now. Somebody at Netflix is signing a check. Somebody just got a deal. So that means checks are being written. Therefore, checks can be written to you. And so you just have to sit and live in abundance. And it's going to be a bit of a testimony today, because y'all know we've been on the journey building up this agency thing. And just in the past 2 days, I got my first 2 businesses signed on. And sign on to me meant the money was wired and hit my account. So I'm actually working on 2 jobs. And what really inspired this, out of all of the things that all of the process that has been happening, is we literally have the ability to create our money. And it just motivated me in a way, and I hope it does you, because like checks are being written every day. There's 8 point however many billion people in the world. There's somebody who needs what's in your head, your service, your product, your hustle. Maybe it is a job, because not everybody needs to own a business, but there's opportunities out here and you can create it, and somebody's writing them checks. So that's all I got. I hope you was inspired. That's it.
Salute. Thank you for that, Mimi F. Baby, for that information. And I'm going to go to the chat on that, and I'm going to agree with Kelso. And Kelso says, congratulations, Mimi. Congratulations, Mimi. And to Virginia Slim says, today the F is for flourish.
That's right. It sure is.
And Redemption is also clapping. Congratulations to you, word. And yes, checks are being written every day. You know what I mean? So you got to go get your piece. And I want to quote this woman that is in this webinar I've been editing for a client of mine, when she said, this is like a self-help webinar for like business individuals. And she said that, matter of fact, I'm gonna have to paraphrase. I can't quote her, but she basically said something to the effect of, there's somebody out there that's yearning for you to meet your purpose, right? So your purpose is somebody else's need. Mm-hmm. So when you're not living your purpose, somebody out there is hurting. You you know. So just wanted to throw that in there because that's what you said kind of made me think of too.
I completely agree with that. And no, I was just gonna say, Mia, I completely agree with that. And also, Logic, in the realm of even moving forward in life in general, like I've been getting into the habit of making healthy deposits mentally. You know, a lot of people always worry about what's in their pocket, which is important, but healthy deposits mentally allows you to bring yourself closer to those, you know, those goals in life, those, you know, steps that you want to, you know, meet and obtain as you move forward. You know, that half, you know, looking at the glass half full mentality is so important to consistently have, even when you get knocked down, even if shit is just looking bleak, you know, even if it should just, you don't see no way how that, you know, something could really pop off. Having that persistent mindset through that's that, you know, that will bring you to those checks being signed.
Ooh, V smiles like that hangover water combo may do something to you. I like the way you talking this morning.
But no, it's absolutely true. Like, you know, and people always say be positive, be positive. Sometimes, like, honestly, like when you really sitting down and, you know, sometimes there's really no avenues to make shit work at all. And you like, and that's when you really got to say to yourself, like, do you really want this? Do you really want to go forward? Like, it's, you know.
Yeah. And Logic, to your point, the best part of the day out of all that, it wasn't like the wire transfer, like actually seeing the process come to life, but then building a budget and then being able to pay people to join in on the project and them work their plan A's. Like sometimes we got to do jobs we don't feel like doing, but it was just like a easy way to see how all of our dreams are interconnected and tethered together, and being able to do my part and create opportunities is like the ultimate goal. So yeah, I totally agree with everything you said.
No doubt. And living your purpose will bring bread to you. Sometimes not right away, but it's going to come. And once it comes, it's going to come. Don Philly says, Rant is Union, top of the morning salute. Salute to you, my guy. Salute to my guy, Don Philly. And Christopher Jeffrey says, top of the morning, and congrats to the whole gang. Thank you, Crook. That's Crook, by the way. And salute to you on your new project. We definitely have to have you up here talking about that soon. And, you know, I already copped it on Bandcamp, you know what I mean? So we will be getting you up here soon to talk about your project. Kelso says, when you're not living your purpose, someone's out there hurting. That's deep. Yeah, facts. I thought so too. So with that being said, once again, good morning from the morning rant. The next thing we have to get out the way is the COVID update. You know what I mean? We got to deal with the bullshit. But today we're actually going to talk about some crimes via the COVID update. We're going to talk about, I guess, a corona crime, a COVID crime. All right, so let's get into that. Good morning, this is Mr. M, also known as Jai Logic, with today's COVID update for the morning rant. This comes to us from CBS4Indy.com. Apparently, as a family that says stimulus check argument led to the Indianapolis quadruple murder. So they have a video. Let's watch it. If there's anything left to be desired, I'll read the article. All right. Hold on.
Bleak half-acre hiding inside the attic of a house on the east side Sunday afternoon. The family of his alleged victims tells me it was 24 hours short of the moment he walked into this house and demanded money from Genetrius Moore, the mother of his child.
He wanted some of Genetrius's tax money and stimulus money. She had just got her money, and he wanted half of her money. She said, no, you don't deserve any of this. I work, I take care of our child. You don't do anything.
Inside the house were Genetrius's mother, Tamika Brown, her brother, Daquan Moore, her cousin, Anthony Johnson, and her daughter, Eve Moore.
Daquan was trying to save his sister. He was taking up for his sister. He stood up and said, she said, you cannot have the money. You cannot have her money. That's what she said. And pushed Malik. And Malik pulled out the gun and just started killing everybody.
Genetrius Moore told her family she was shot but escaped after Halfacre reportedly put their baby in the car and prepared to drive away. The baby was later recovered unharmed. The family said Genetrius feared Halfacre and knew he carried a gun.
She was afraid to leave this man because she knew that he would come back and kill her. He had threatened her numerous times, put sugar in her tank, slashed her tires, shot up her car. You know what I mean? She lived in fear with this man.
And in the end, with so much lost, all the survivors have is each other.
It's always about family here. You can't take that for granted.
Russ McQuaid, CBS 4 News.
All right, so there you have it. An argument over a stimulus check led to the man killing people in the family. I gotta keep it real with y'all, man. After they said the name, after they said homegirl name, it was hard for me to pay attention to the article. I'm just gonna keep it real. Her name was like Janitrius or some shit like that.
That's some bullshit. Because if her name was fucking Akbar, everybody would be so fucking concerned.
I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real.
But no, it's a really unfortunate thing. I think, like, you know what? These are the times where police should be coming forward and the laws should be enforced. Like, this nigga should be getting death penalty for fucking sure. Like we need to not play games with this. I feel like they kind of even coddled this story in reporting it just a little bit.
There was a lot of craziness they spoke about in the story. So they said he shot up the car in the past, he slashed the tires in the past. They glossed over a lot of crazy shit in this story. You know what I mean? So I agree with you though. But
they did gloss over a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But Steph, what's your take on this before I go to the rest of the panel? What's your take?
She got her 1,400 back real fast. That's my first initial thought. She got that bitch back fast as fuck, bro. And that nigga did not waste a beat just to come collect. That nigga was out.
Yo, J Thug, what's your thoughts, bro? You're not laughing at the crime. It's just
it's a very unfortunate situation, and I blame this on the government because when they get its money, they always send the money right to the woman, and they act like if every man don't take care of their child also. So I think they should split that money up between the parents if they're not married and send half of what the child getting for the stimulus to the mother and half to the father, because the father like, yo. And then you got a lot of, and it just goes back to what I was talking about last night. It's like men got to return back to being men. He shouldn't really be needing that little 700 or whatever it is. Like, come on, bro. You really should be in a position where you supposed to be letting your baby mom be like, yo, keep that little money. Right. Stimulate yourself, boo. But other than that, it's like, it's a sad situation, but this is why I want women to start vetting these men before they let them smash more often. I got to start smashing these beta males too. He was putting sugar in the woman tank and all that. So it's like, hey man, a couple nights of hard peen, it ain't worth it. With some of these niggas y'all deal with. Also, but it's very unfortunate.
The dude was very much beta. Everything about him screamed it. Like slashing tires,
right?
Sugar in the tank, threatening you. A man pushed you and you retaliate with a gun. Like so you have no squabs. You are a bitch nigga, really.
Yeah, he came there like, yo. He already knew he wasn't gonna get no money, so that's why he came with the gun. He like, yo, if I don't get this little 700, I'm supposed to get it's over, nigga. I'm just shutting it down. It's sad that these young guys got that mentality like that.
You were really
honestly think $700 finna change their situation.
You were willing to kill 3 people over 700.
That shit ain't gonna change your situation, bro. That's $700 after you buy a sack and a bottle of Hennessy. You only got $500.
I may have to hold her accountable just a little bit. Just might have to pull her to the fire just for a quick second, because after he slashed her tires, or even after he became aggressive in any kind of way, like, bitch, you didn't see the signs. Not to say that sometimes situations happen out of the spur of the moment, and really sometimes people react and things, but sometimes I feel like women can see things and they can sense things, and they have a tendency sometimes to overlook things. Like, there's no way you're slashing my tires and you're still around, we have to now put measures in for our safety. Like, we can't have you coming around now. Now you're unsafe to be around. We're not gonna get to the point. I've dealt with this in my family, especially recently. Family members walking around with guns, threatening to kill people, all that other kind of shit. No, we're not playing those games. You staying far away. We taking heed to the fucking threat alone. You say that shit out your mouth. We're not doing that, you know. And I think that a lot of family members
take your shit off snooze. You keep pressing snooze. That's why I keep reminding you.
But they really do that though. They dismiss it. They really do until something crazy like this happens, and it's unfortunate that it does.
Ladies, red flag means stop. That's it. Red flag means stop.
Yeah, that's a good point though, because I mean, I think red flags is different than shooting up the car. To me, I think shooting up the car is beyond a red flag. You know what I mean? This person will kill you. You know what I mean? To what V's point. So you can't take threats light. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna say one more thing is that it's a lot of these women that like these aggressive thugs, these emotional thugs. Then they get what they get out of these emotional thugs. Because once you lead them, they gonna react. This is how they act. They can't. That's how they act in the street. So women have to change their taste in men also. So I do put a little bit on her because we always acting like, oh, these women are just out here victims. Nah, they want these type of men, and they want the drama too. They just don't know how far he's willing to take it. But I always tell people, the devil gonna take you further than you want to go.
In all fairness, it was two other men there. So it's not like she was there alone, just walking in there. But if a nigga got a gun, nigga got a gun.
Them were two beta males. I be watching
niggas shot. It may have been two beta males, but just because he a beta don't mean you can beat his ass. Dude knew he couldn't beat his ass because when like she said, he pushed him. Dude pulled out. He didn't want any conflict.
He don't got a good sense of what's the environment that's going on. I can sense when shit going left. Either I'ma leave. I'm that type of nigga be like, damn, I was just there. Yeah, I done got the fuck on quick. Or the bullshit. Let me get up out of here. So I survived.
Hold that thought on the beta male type dudes. Indianapolis gonna have to hold this L today. But Schoolboy, you got anything to say about this?
Yeah, man. I think Indianapolis must be like Ohio in the in between or some shit. Because stuff like this always happens in Indiana and Ohio. I mean, of course, honorable mention for Florida because y'all be doing all kind of shit down there. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like we said, I agree with a lot of what has been said already. Just some weak male behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like
$100.
Yeah, let me get that half of that stimulus check. Well, no, I'm gonna kill everybody in this bitch. Then
they quote the nigga saying, "I'm gonna get that money."
Yeah, I mean, hey, one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Whether he get it in cash or did they actually kill him after the fact?
No, I think he's alive.
They dragged him. They walked him to the car. See, this is the nigga they need to kill. This is the nigga they don't kill.
Shoot that nigga with all 3 vaccines. Yo.
But you know what? In a situation like this, check this out. In Ireland, I want to say, they have a system of policing themselves, right? So let's say somebody does some goofy shit like this, right? And they might live. Or let's just say he out here putting sugar in somebody's auntie tank. Somebody with a ski mask will come to his house and shoot his ass in the ankles. He gonna have 6 to 8 weeks to think about what the fuck happened.
Bro,
I feel like I think that's a valid way to solve that problem. Oh, your dumb ass want to be out here.
I have my bad. I have no evidence of this, but something in my spirit tells me this nigga ain't got no car.
Right.
And it seems like the type of attitude a nigga with no car has. A nigga with no car will fuck your shit up because they ain't got nothing to lose.
Right. You out here driving around looking cool.
I'm at the bus. You at the bus stop. That build up hatred.
Yeah, I'm at the bus stop with my sunglasses on, trying to be cool too.
I like to add, niggas that don't have no cars love to put rims on their girl's car. Don't understand the lyric, but he definitely probably did that too.
Oh, damn. Yeah, if he shot up the car, he had to put some type of accessory on that motherfucker. Like, yo, that's half my shit, motherfucker. I put some speakers in the trunk, bitch. What you mean?
No, that nigga got an oil change. He made some kind of investment.
No, that nigga put an aux cord in there.
Damn.
In there, man. Anyway, Mimi, you have any words before we move on?
This shit ain't worth $1,400. That's it.
I'm gonna say that in regards to the ankle shots, like that type of idea, schoolboy, I'm gonna say it's not enough for somebody like that. I think that person would still seek revenge. I think V is right. He should be killed or donated to science. Virginia says, "Wow," and yeah, exactly. Amar says, "Damn." Kelso says, "That's sick, bro. The root of all evil." Shaking my head. Redemption says, "Whoa, chill. That's ghetto." I think you're talking about the names, right?
Listen, you say that right. It's Woo Child, the ghetto.
Okay.
Shout out to Nene Lee.
Okay, thank you for that. And Kelso says, if you have a child, you have to be willing to crash out or cash out behind her safety at all times because fuck that." All right. And Kid Murray says, "Bless up, everybody. Go crazy." Salute, Kid Murray. Salute to you, my G. Thanks for pulling up. Virginia Sim says, "Dude was throwing out red flags left and right with his past behavior. Choose wisely who you have seeds with." Facts. Kelso says, "Damn, her direct deposit do work different. That was a quick. She got her shit like the day of. Soon as the nigga signed the check, she got hers." Kid Murray says, "If you get a stimulus, save it straight up." Yeah, exactly. I don't be looking at that shit.
Don't save that shit. Don't save that shit. Invest it. Grow it. Goddamn.
Same difference. That's why I was about to go next. Throw it somewhere where you ain't got to worry about it. Because when you invest, you got to invest as if you saving. Because you can't be, peeking at your shit all day. Just let that shit rock. Kelso says he definitely owed the plug and needed that stimmy to save his life. That's a good
buy a pack.
That's a good assumption. But he ruined his life now. So
yeah, that nigga said, hey, let me just hold that shit up front. I got you, bro. As soon as my girl get her stimulus, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. You know how niggas be real serious when they be trying to get some front shit.
And he probably was being nice to her for a long time before that money came too. He's like, "I've been nice to this bitch. What the? Give me this money." And
he thinking about all the pussy he ate. He like, yo, bitch. I didn't put it like, yo, bitch. Remember that time we went to Cancun? Like,
you heard me? 1,400 that nigga eating ass.
Man, all them red flags, he wasn't. That nigga, it wasn't about him being nice, man. That nigga just was a dickhead. Period. You know what I mean? Like, this nigga killed niggas over that shit, man.
That's why we have to encourage men to talk to other men, because if he would have went to a man and been like, "Yo, this bitch don't give me this 1,400, I'm killing everybody in the motherfucking house," a man probably would have been like, "Here, bro, get this little 1,400 and go about your damn business, because you finna pull a Holocaust to that motherfucker."
But also says he definitely owed. Okay, we read that. Don Philly said, if he was acting like that, I wish she could have moved away from him too. Facts. And Don Philly says she should have moved away from him. Facts. Kelso says he was a product of unsupervised mental inadequacy. He sat in a special classroom no more than 5 other students his whole scholastic career. And Redemption says, "Where Miss Ravioli? Where you at, Miss Ravioli, for this story?" Virginia abuse.
That's beyond abuse.
Yeah, facts. Virginia Sim says, I wonder if people will still have the need to jack others if we get reparations. I think the answer to that is yes. People will still do it because they're not doing it out of need. They're doing it out of greed. You dig? Kelso says, "Dumb was beta males," quoting J Doug. Kelso also says, "Shout out to my dating thugs." Ahmad, salute to Ahmad, my birthday twin, J Dub, got a spider sense to get the fuck up out of there. Laugh out loud. You all gotta have that. My aunt used to always tell me, you gotta know when the party's over. You gotta know when the party's over. You know what I mean? Antoinette says, "Good morning." Good morning to you, Sister Antoinette. Good morning to you. And Redemption says, "That's true, Mia." And Keenan Khan says he had a car. He took the baby and put her/him in the car seat after killing them people. And he came back in the house to get some milk for the child.
That's another thing. I don't think it was his car. That's what I'm saying. He probably had her car or some other bitch car. That's how niggas like that operate. They don't never have a car.
Ahmad says you got to respect the gunman, but not when they go to sleep. Laugh out loud. So, they came from Indianapolis, and we was talking about them being beta males. So I think I found some footage of some beta males from Indianapolis, aka Indianimal, and we're gonna play this for research purposes.
I already know what you about to play. This shit about to be crazy, bro.
Let's get it.
Here, Indianimal. We from Indiana.
Indiana woo. We some Indiana moves. I'm an Indiana move. She an Indiana move. We from Indiana woo. We some Indiana moves. Hey. Hey.
What the fuck is these niggas doing, bro? What the fuck is these niggas doing? Listen, did you see the girl sitting down and he was like, she Indiana move. She was like,
She a man, she fucked that nigga.
no, don't put me on camera. She was mad as hell.
Imagine getting with your homegirl and making
nah,
her
bro.
dance.
Just leave me the fuck alone.
Hold on. She deserved that special, special honorable.
Don't do her like that. Don't do her like that. Don't do her like that. Cause y'all niggas be going into the back rooms with some questionable bitches, and they don't want to be seen to her. Don't do that to her. Don't do that to her.
Mashing that.
She don't know them niggas like that. Her friend invited her.
Nah. First of all, she fucking both them niggas, and she need to hold this L. They some Indiana moves.
We from Indiana woo. We some Indiana moves. I'm an Indiana move. She an Indiana move. We from Indiana woo. We some Indiana moves. Hey. Hey.
These niggas just knew they was going viral on World Star, but they didn't realize why.
That's not the move. That nigga got his hands on his knees?
Yeah,
I don't think they care about going viral. I think that's just some shit that they own. Like,
they just be in the house dancing with each other, right? Them niggas coordinated that shit.
Hey, that nigga like he got his belt. No, that ain't his belt.
these niggas do this shit on a regular.
Yeah.
Like,
He got his hands on his knees. Oh no, honey, nah.
Hey, bro, that ain't nothing
They done
but
kicked old
cocaine.
girl at the party. She thought she was finna get a train ran on her. These niggas started dancing on it. Like, damn, okay.
Yo,
Thought the party was finna get started. Y'all niggas.
Nah, I'm with V. Like, she either came with her friend or like she met him online dating, and like his profile don't match his personality.
What?
Look
She
how
is upset.
she's sitting on the side by herself. It's like if she was really with these niggas, she'd have been like, hey, like she'd have been, vibing out with these niggas. She's in the corner like, I don't know these niggas.
I'm gonna stop both of y'all. Look how this house is designed. This is a female's house. Oh. They went to her house.
Oh, damn. No.
Nah. We don't buy black leather couches. That has male masculinity written all over it. And I know it got a scratch in the middle, so you see the white fabric. I know that. That's y'all niggas couches.
Y'all trying to make this about men and women, and it's about Indianapolis holding this L. Y'all trying to cape for the girl and all that, talking about her invisible friend that's nowhere in the shot. Ain't no fucking.
That's who was holding the camera.
No, it was an Indiana.
Was down with that shit. She was like, these some real niggas coming over. Her girl like, okay, let me come over. Them niggas start dancing. I thought you had some real niggas coming over. What is this?
That's exactly what happened.
Where that nigga who would kill a bitch over that $1,400 at? Where he at?
I wonder though. Here's my question: how long did these niggas have to practice this shit to get it right? To go on camera.
Too much time together.
That's why, yo. That's why she was pissed off. She was like, "These niggas done this shit 5 fucking times. Hope they get this shit right finally." She was upset about that shit.
Indianimals hold
that nigga in that black tee got 2 and 2 at the end. No do that, boy. Girl. Look at that nigga at the end. He gonna put his hand on his knees and get it. He probably started twerking. Ooh. Yeah, nah, dog. Nah.
Bro, dead, bro.
I gotta hold this L, man. And those, I think, to me, if you ask me, that's the type of dude who will kill over 750. If you ask me, that's that right there. Indianimals.
Yo, but wasn't there another story from Indiana where some dude went on like a shooting rampage, just randomly shooting people?
It was a 16-year-old. He killed his whole family. The 16-year-old boy.
So that's how they give it up in Indiana. Them Indianimals ain't no fucking joke.
Ain't that what a George Floyd case going on at?
No, I think it's Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Maybe that's around the way. What is that at?
I don't know.
Nothing about geography.
Give me the line.
Yeah,
But yo,
it's
with
cold.
hold on. With all that being said, hold on. Let me see a couple. All right, so hold on. Let me go to this shit, man. Let me see. Kenan Kong. Do women really like niggas like this?
Yes.
I mean, apparently, you know what I'm saying? Virginia Sims says, was that the dude from Fiend Fights? No, that wasn't my nigga. That wasn't true. And Kelso says, he's so cheap, he went in the crib. Oh, yeah, nah, my fault. And we read that one already. And Crook says, please play it again. We did. Kelso says, nah, Gary ain't approve of this shit. And Kenan Khan says, Indie Animals is hilarious. Redemption says, Antoinette, same. Antoinette says, she looking like I just came to smoke. I like that. That's a good assumption. She probably did go just to smoke and got roped in the middle of some Indie Animals America's Got Talent performance. Don Philly says, dancing ass niggas. And Kelso says, see, y'all let y'all sons do that sweet ass whip and they dance.
Yeah.
And this is what we got. I'm not gonna argue with you there. Crook says that shit was heavily coordinated. Facts. They was on some kid and play shit. Redemption says, OMG, my stomach hurts at V. Virginia Sims says they were practicing like, nah, bro, you went left instead of going right. Get your shit together, nigga. We some Indie Animals. And Kelso says, it's like they just got out on parole after like a 5-year bid and Google every hot dance and came out since they've been locked. They trying to deal by any means. And they probably was practicing that shit, you know what I mean, while locked up. You never know, you know what I mean? Kenan Khan says, plot twist, she's their manager. Brooklyn Huncho, good morning, bro. Says that show last night was disturbing, much like these niggas dancing. Yo, last night, if y'all didn't see it, V had a wonderful show, 20th episode of her 4th season of Smile 69 Network show. And she had the boys from the Morning Rant on there, Steph, Schoolboy, and J Doug. And it was hilarious. I was at my desk working, editing, and that shit was just fucking hilarious. If you didn't watch it, you need to watch it. And V, you're on mute. You're on Teddy Riley. Okay,
no, I know. I'm just reacting. I didn't want to be, but it was a crazy show. It was hilarious.
Shit was hilarious. Kelso said, still got a tall T. Yeah, he just came home. I'm telling y'all facts. And Antoinette is laughing. Shan P says something, but I only see one of the second chat. I see Shan P, but salute to Shan P in the chat. Salute, sis. All right. So with that being said, let's get into some entertainment news, man. Let's get into some entertainment news. Where you want to start first so I can make sure I have that pulled up, Steph?
Start with Kirk.
All right, man. Y'all know that we don't give you always the late-ish news. We give you the late-ish news, the late-ish in entertainment. By your boy, Steph Got Jokes. Let's get it.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, comedian Steph Got Jokes, and this is The Lie, the late-ish in entertainment. And today we are talking about Kirk Franklin. Okay, Grammy-winning gospel singer Kirk Franklin apologized over the weekend after his son posted a recording of a phone call in which Franklin hurled profanity and apparent threats at his son. And the audio of a partial phone call was posted to his son's Kerrion's. I believe his name, Kerrion Franklin's Instagram account. The elder Franklin was heard saying, you need to get your skinny motherfucking ass out the way, out the goddamn way before I break my foot off in your ass. And I believe we have audio of this, Logic.
Let's get it.
Oh, man, I thought you had it already pulled up. My bad.
If you think I'm bringing this paper, let me say it like this. When you start to get your before I put my foot in I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I'm old.
What's up? I did it. He just hung up the phone. I'll break your neck. Is that a threat? It is uncle.
So I think there's a little bit more that I could play for you if you want me to.
Oh yeah, I believe it's like more audio. Yes, I'm about to say I had the uncensored version of that 40 something seconds, but no point listening to that again.
All right. My fault.
Can't any conversation lead back to my health and my wealth? That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Prove it. Why can't we prove it? You quit therapy. You quit therapy. You put your hands on me in therapy. You put your hands on me in therapy in the call. If y'all were godly men, y'all wouldn't be talking to me like this. This ain't godly. This ain't godly. This ain't godly. This ain't godly. The last time we talked, Kerrion, the last time we spoke, you told me that, what's so funny? I want to know what's so funny. We over there laughing. We went through this whole conversation. He don't have no relationship with his oldest son, and he over there laughing.
All right, Steph.
All right, man. All right. The one thing I personally observed is the very feminine tendencies of the son. Right at the end of the first phone call, you can hear him saying, "Did he just break my neck? Was that a threat?" Like that just sound like some whole shit motherfucker would say. You know what I'm saying? Then they act like, "Oh, he don't got a relationship with his oldest son." Bitch, you 33. He don't need to have no relationship with you. Like it's mute at this point, man. He raised you. It's over, bro. I love how they brought up melodies from heaven in that.
All right. So you got to. So what would you pose as a question to the panel then?
Basically, who would you side with, man? Who are y'all siding with? Y'all feel like Kirk is wrong, or y'all feel like he's out of bounds? Because he apologized for his language.
V.
Okay. Yeah. I actually have to side with Kirk Franklin on this one. I have experienced parenting where parents are not so nice. Some of the but they teach a lot. Your parents don't have to cater to you or talk nicely to you. Whatever the fuck your parents say, that's what the fuck it is. Ain't no fucking back talk. He being extra, and he is, as a child, being disrespectful to his father. Is that a threat? Yeah, nigga, that's a threat. I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. I brought you into this fucking world. What you talking about? Like, so I don't know. I think that, and it also is a little bit of Kirk Franklin's fault as well, because you can tell that it's some extra aggression there, that there's other layers that's built up. It may not just be, his child just disrespecting him. There may be something else that he's looking at his son that he personally does not like in his son or disagrees with, that he's bringing into the picture too, which is not right. But, I do think that, as a child, no matter no matter where your parents are standing in life, you should respect your parents.
Well, I feel like I agree. And also I feel like you started the phone call off recording it. That means you had malice intent from the jump. This is not a pure phone call. You had intent from the jump. And he was saying things that you knew would get him fired up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was antagonizing him. J-Dog, your thoughts? The mic is on Teddy Riley, bro.
It is right, yeah. This is one of those situations where I feel like this kid, Kirk Franklin's son, grew up with too much money and too much privilege to the point where he don't even know. I'm gonna break your motherfucking neck is a threat, nigga. Yes, that's a threat. What you mean? If a nigga say he gonna whoop your ass, he gonna shoot you, he gonna kill you, that's a threat. So he don't even know what a threat is. But I blame this situation on Kirk Franklin. You know, you have too often time where you have these fathers that's in their kids' house and they still end up raising these weak beta males. And as a father, your son should be on the right track to the. He not even argue. Nothing to even argue with your father at 33 about. I don't even see what's the argument about. You're not gonna have a relationship with your oldest son. He's holding that over his head. It's like, yo, just move on with your life, pay your bills, leave your parents alone. You had all the opportunity in the world. I already know he don't probably been rich his whole damn life.
But they keep calling him the estranged son. So
it's no such thing. Every son should be estranged once they're a grown ass man. You know what I mean? It should be no son that's in the house with you. We be coming in this culture in America. It's like, yo, why you moving out? I'm 30 fucking years old, mom. I need to move out. Right. You can save money. No, we need to promote men back to being men, fathers raising children not to be fresh and fly. And that's all we put. We dress these kids up when they kids, and we think they got some food in their belly. We think spiritually these kids is right, and then we send them out there into the world. They get destroyed. They can't handle anything because all you've been doing their whole life is dressing them up. You haven't taught them nothing.
So
you haven't put nothing inside of them. So it's like they empty. What's up?
So you're blaming him for how he raised them, not necessarily this conversation.
The conversation it shows how he raised them. They raised him in that type of household where it was do as I say. I'm gonna do everything for you, but listen to me, my way, my control, my money. And when you get older, you don't want to do it your parents' way no more. But you still, if you raised up in that family where you still want that money, but you don't want to do it their way, and then that's where that clash come in. That obviously is always about money and control. So
go ahead.
I just blame Kirk Franklin on raising a son like that. That's just it. If you're doing the right things by your son, you're in the house like that, your son is a result of how you raise him. And how he's acting, yelling and stuff like that, that's emotional response. He probably grew up in that emotionally infused type of household where it was always like little outbursts like that and stuff. When you raising that type of drama, that's what the type of children you're gonna have.
You know, Kirk Franklin is a father who probably works a lot and travels a lot. He wasn't always around his kids, and it seems like, and he also had that son when he was 18. So just imagine you have a kid at 18. You're not a fully developed man. That kid is gonna see you make some mistakes, et cetera, et cetera. But I think what happened there was that, and we all can acknowledge the fact that this dude has a real feminine vibe to him. He probably was raised by his mama and always around his damn sisters. You know what I'm saying? And that's what ended up happening. Now this dude is coming out like, well, how come you're not paying my bills like you pay my sister's bills and how you pay mama bills? Like, nah, nigga, get your grown ass out of here. And other thing is this: Kirk Franklin is a whole like 150 pounds. He gonna tell his son, get your skinny ass out the way. Nigga, both of y'all skinny. Everybody calm down. I'm not taking no real threats from Kirk Franklin seriously, nigga.
No, that Napoleon complex is a motherfucker.
Hey, schoolboy, you can talk about the size all you want to, but that's his father, right? Daddy talking, it means something.
And it's textbook. It's the textbook. I brought you in. I can take you out. Like black family dynamics. I'm not gonna like go into the feminine thing because that's speculation. But what I will say is like, families are flawed, and so we all have like situations. There's like a lot of father-son arguments, especially like when like the making of a man, if you will. So I'm pretty sure there's just some underlying things within both of them that it seems like they need to work out with each other. My biggest concern was the son having the gall. That may be too strong of a word, but that's the word I'm going to use, to have intent to record and put on the internet family business, knowing where his father lays in like we don't have to destroy one another. There are things that happen in my family that just is going to stay in my family, and it was wrong and it wasn't cool, but never will I take to the internet like my blood in that kind of way. Especially he's the one that's providing you. The reason why you even have this platform to be seen is because you're Kirk Franklin's son. We're not calling you by, I don't even remember his first name. I just know Kirk Franklin's son did so and so. And so like to like mess up the empire isn't cool.
Well, that was his intent. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to hold him accountable for that. So with that being said, my take on it is he definitely did it with malice. He definitely did an intent to tarnish his not only his brand but his income. You know what I mean? Like he did that trying to prove he wasn't holy. He wasn't holy. So hopefully that would take from his income as a gospel singer. But at the same time, I think it will backfire on his son. I think Kirk Franklin will actually get some good press out of this, believe it or not. And if he can get through, I don't know if y'all remember this, a while back, Kirk Franklin did a whole press run on how he stopped masturbating and shit. I don't know if y'all remember that, how he stopped watching porn and he was addicted.
Yeah, how can we forget that shit? This nigga was like, I'm addicted to pulling on my dick. Every time I think about shit. Like,
and what was that about? Seriously, like, why would that even why would he even put that in the media? So that's weird.
I can see.
I know I'm gonna say this wrong. Yeah, I know I'm gonna say this wrong, but just know like my heart and mind are in the right place. I feel like it's cool, especially people who have who are in the spotlight and known as being like super spiritual, religious, gospel connected to God, Christianity, church, whatever, to show their humanness, because we naturally as public put them on a platform and a pedestal of like they must do no wrong and they don't have sin. So I think it was smart of him to do the pornography thing, because it takes a lot of guilt and shame out of people who maybe admire him. And I think this is a great example if he PRs it right, which sounds kind of wrong, but if he PRs this right to say like, yo, I'm a human like everybody else. I get angry. I have feelings and I have real emotions. So
yeah, I think that when he jumps on and he says that and he kind of gets into that, I don't know, when someone can get in shit. I lost my point. Go ahead. It's gonna come back.
All right, it'll come back.
Yeah, I don't mind what he did as a Christian.
I was just gonna say it was PR. That's exactly the right word, and he's gonna spin this and do another PR run. I'm pretty sure of it.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was thinking that he put the pornography thing out because he's trying to jump in front of something else. Like there's some other shit way back there. Pornography is not that, especially now in today's society, like even church people fucking, and everybody at the church know they fucking, like they want people to fuck, they want people to procreate. They're like, anti-abortion and shit, not everybody, but that's just the gist sometimes from people who are religious sometimes, So I think he got some other deep shit. Somebody's about to come out and do a tell-all about his ass, and he was just like, I'm gonna just throw the pornography shit out there just to, sidetrack.
I think it might be related. I think what it was though, if we speculating, I think he probably got out in front of it because of what type of porn he was watching. Stomp. All right, J Doug, what was you trying to say something?
Yeah, I like what Cece said. She talked about Kirk Franklin's son with one of the indie animals. That's funny. Hey, but I was gonna say I don't mind what he doing as a Christian for the cursing, because I feel like Christians should be able to curse. Because the world, you have to go out in this world. You don't have to curse. I just wish he would have did it without the anger. If we would have just simply said, look, son, don't disrespect me. I'm about to break your damn neck, if you keep talking to me that way. You know what I mean? If he would have just said it nice and calm like that, it's different. So I feel like if he would have just took the anger out of it, I just don't like all the emotion, because I think as you get older, especially I know Kirk Franklin should be in his 50s, he should be far away for emotional outbursts, period. I don't give a damn. Nobody should be able to make you mad on your way on leaving Earth.
But you know what, Doug? That's easy for you to say, because I feel like you don't You and V don't really get mad that easy, but you unlike V, you're the total other side of the coin. Like you know how to get under people's skin. So you one of them niggas that think it's funny when people get mad, don't you?
Not really, no, but I do like seeing people get mad.
Yes, I had to decompress. I had to decompress Beauty Doll yesterday, okay? Shout out to Beauty Doll, my co-host on the Smile 69 Network show. You know you were pissing at the fuck off.
I like to do that because when I'm spitting the truth, I like to see the spirit come out of people that I know that's already there. It's like the devil start coming out. You start shooting birds. It's like he like, what? Don't tell them. Okay. So I just look to see that because it's just funny when it just
don't tell it.
I see stuff different than other people see it.
But me too. I can
what people doing physically. I see like the spirit behind stuff.
Absolutely. I can laugh at something and also see the value in it and how it can, add in and help your life. So
J Dog is pretty consistent. It's very even kill or whatever. I took it as a person. Also, I can't wait for him to get on the show again so I can test my emotional currency. Shout out to V. But back to your point, J Dog, I actually disagree. I enjoy the anger because it actually sounded like his ad libs from his gospel tracks. So it's just, it was quite on brand. I forgot there was one thing that he said, and I was like, this sound like Revolution a little bit. But he hit like tonally and emphatically, he knew where to like place his words, and I was like, raw talent.
Hey, y'all know what dope? If he come out with a song for the gospel community, break your neck in this church tonight. I'm gonna break your neck. Amen. Break your neck. Hey, break your neck. Hey, break your neck. That'll be lit. That would be some lit shit.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I say, he definitely gonna make a PR run out of this shit.
Yo, if he sample his own shit.
Yes.
If he don't, the internet will. If he don't, the internet will.
Word on the street is that was not Kirk Franklin. That was actually Plies. Just FYI.
Well, yeah, there was I think it was a joke Plies put out there saying that was really him. So let me get these comments. Redemption said, man, he's not doing anything new. If he was taking care of his kids, that's another matter. They need to seek counseling and move forward. But I don't know if you heard him, Redemption. They went to therapy and he put hands on him in therapy. So you put hands on me in therapy. So apparently Kirk Franklin put hands on him at the therapist's office.
Logic.
I think that was the ad lib. It had something with hands in it, and I was like, "This belongs on the track. This needs to be on the track." Yeah.
You know how bad you gotta piss a motherfucker off the way they finna fight you in therapy. You got to be a
Steph, I haven't had a moment to say this, but we're not gonna just sit here and not acknowledge that you washed and put cocoa butter on your face, because that forehead and that skin is glistening. You catching up with me on that skin routine, brother, and I'm proud of you. I just wanted to say that. I don't know where we could have put it in the show, but
that nigga's face is buffering. That ain't no screen.
You know how, like, back in the day for your school pictures, your mama put the extra lather and your shit was shiny with your piqué polo shirt on? And he has a piqué polo shirt on. Steph, are you taking school pictures today? Let us know.
They brought that nigga a fake polo. And that bitch don't got a horse, a Tommy Hill.
Nah, that's Chaps. J-Dug, that's Chaps. Polo Association.
You would have had a damn. The polo ass.
Hey, this is just my coaching shirt, man. Y'all killing me.
Damn.
Anyway, I digress. What were we Kirk Franklin? Sorry.
J-Dug, that spirit you see in people, I saw it in Mia when she cammed up today too. I knew I seen it in her. She was glowing, but it was dark. It was weird. She cammed up backstage. Look at her taking shots at nigga.
I just report on what I see. That's it.
That's funny.
All right, so let me go further into the chat. Brooklyn Hydro says sometimes you just gotta curse your kid out, and the kid is a sucker for putting the breadwinner out there in public like that. Had Kurt sounding like Pinky. Yeah, he did sound like Pinky from on Friday a little bit. That's true.
That nigga gonna be mad when his dad die. He ain't in the will. That nigga gonna be pissed. You ain't seen nothing yet.
For those of you that thought gospel music has gone too far.
Hey, what is your dad Dolly? That nigga some neck bones.
Brooklyn Hunter says, do you want a resolution? Crook says he cursed him out with the strength of the Holy Ghost in his voice. So everybody's talking about his cadence. I think everybody agrees that his cadence was definitely one for the track, like me.
Hey, shout out to Kirk Franklin, call his son a bitch ass. God damn. I mean, God damn. No respect.
Yo, Don Philly says Kirk Franklin was really about to stomp his son in real life. Kid Murray's clapping. Salute Kid Murray. Brooklyn Hunter says Kirk Franklin's son looked like a crane that does hair on the weekends.
Oh, no.
And Kelso says Kurt's son lashing out from years of Kirk Franklin neglecting his fatherly obligations to tour with God's people. GP. Forced Bible study and Kurt locking himself in the room so he could watch Bang Bros.
I almost forgot about Bang Bros, yo. Bang Bros used to have the fire ass content early 2000s. I'm just saying.
About watching Pinky.
V, do you think Kirk Franklin ever watch your work?
Oh,
for sure. I'm trying to get right now. I'm surprised that every time I log in right now on X videos alone is 80 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get to 100 million.
Yeah, you'll get there. Salute
I think that Kirk Franklin's probably in there somewhere.
They ain't gonna send you no plaque for that.
I don't even know. I don't know.
Do you who's the most interesting person you know who's watched your videos? Do you know? Like most, if you can share. I don't know. That may be a loaded question.
Mr. Commodore.
Who's that?
Commodore from Instagram. Mr. Commodore.
Salute to Mr.
Who's
Commodore.
He's a comedian.
They know him. They just probably don't know his name. They know him.
Yeah, you've seen his skits. He's out here, fresh out, ain't nothing to go back. But no, he's seen me. He was extremely excited. Him and his girl, which is kind of cool. So
they're both pretty funny. They're nice, cool couple. All right, so Kelso says one of them daughters could get it respectfully. Kelso trying to marry into the Franklin household. Ahmad's algorithm says he should have never recorded it and released it. Sucker shit. That's a fact. Brooklyn Hunter says, I don't know my father, but if I found out that it was Kirk Franklin, who am I to put his business out there like that? I would just embrace what time I have with him. That's a good point.
I was going to say one more. It was Herbie Hancock who liked one of my pictures because I followed him and I was liking all his stuff. And Herbie Hancock liked one of my pictures. So
hey, all right.
that's it.
Salute you on the 80K though. Alatrell, aka King Latrell, aka King Latrell says, morning peoples. I'm gonna have to catch the first hour. Salute to you, my guy. Big CC says, good morning. Good morning, Big CC. Redemption says, so his mother had been recently incarcerated for 30 years. Question. I didn't know that. Yeah, the kid is bubbling over in pain. There's a lot to unpack here.
That's not. I thought that was his sister. I think it was Kirk Franklin's sister who got locked up for 30 years.
Kelso says, I'm going to say it. Kirk mad. He raised the limp wrist. Moist boy. He knows his son's spirit resides in the synagogues of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh, no, honey. Atlanta.
Kelso with the bars this morning. Goddamn.
I mean, like I said, I think if you go into Kirk Franklin's porn history, it might run in the family. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, Kelso says if you have a child, you gotta move out. Facts at J Doug. And Kelso says Kurt needs to smoke a blunt and his son need an old-fashioned backyard ass whipping from one of the brothers or nephews. Virginia Sims says Kirk Franklin sounds like Clifton Powell. Yeah, I think everybody's saying that. Crook says, in all honesty, I had a similar situation with my son, and a few years ago, I cut him off from everything, and he came to his senses real quick. All right, so instead of putting hands on him, he just simply reminded him on who provides for the family. So salute to you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Kelso says, you beat your son up, Christopher? And Chris says, these fucking beta males be mad audacious. And Virginia Sims says, he was sending those melodies from heaven. Kelso says his son, said Kurt put pause on him during the counselor session. Big CC said Kurt's son is definitely an Indianimal. Kelso says, Deb, swear to God, I was thinking the same thing at Miss V. If this is what he tells us, imagine what he's hiding. Yeah, it's part of the porn. Virginia Sims says hypocrisy runs rampant in the church. That's a fact. And Kelso, she missed that. Crook says, hell no, Kelso. He just tried to cop an attitude about things that were beyond his understanding. All right, so part of me, I definitely got backed up in the chats, but we're going to run through them. Kelso says, I was just clowning, bro. All right, and Trell says, I'm telling you, he said last night, episode of 69 Network. Yo, that shit was crazy. If anybody didn't see that episode last night, definitely do yourself a favor when this is over and watch it. Chris says, we're in a great place now. I gave him understanding, but he needed, and we moved on with a stronger bond than before. Salute to him. And I think your son just had a birthday, right? Salute to him. Happy belated birthday to Chris' son. Kelso says, I seen J Doug trigger every woman he's come in contact with online. He's undefeated. And Redemption says J Doug is nuts. And they're laughing. And Rosdell Farrock says, I think Kirk don't agree with his son lifestyle. And I salute to my guy F Rock. I think that's what we all getting out of this scenario, is that he definitely doesn't agree with his son's lifestyle, and that probably caused some tension there. Kelso said she's really frying his ass up, but he can't tell because she's smiling.
Talking about Mia.
Yeah, maybe I know. Redemption said M is for moisturize. Virginia says Steph put Murray's hair on his face. Kelso says, oh, she came dog rocking chaps. That's burnt. Laugh out loud. And Kelso said chaps polo with Birdman lungs. Ma says Steph.
No, those are lugs. Those are Tim's.
Oh, lugs. My man.
Shout out to lugs. Lugs didn't do anything to us, Kelso.
Sneakers.
Yeah, nobody can stop wearing Tim's for lugs.
Maya says Steph went from 720p to 4K with the lotion. Kelso said leaving neck bones in the will is sick as fuck. Mr. Ravioli, where you been? She says hello, everyone. Good morning, Miss Ravioli. Laura Vell says what's good. Salute to my guy, Laura Vell. Salute to my G. Maya says, hold up, she a porn star? Yeah, so if you look up Vanessa Smiles for research purposes, you'll find definitely a lot of work there.
You'll find a leg behind.
What's the name of your website again? What's the name of your website?
It's VanessaSmilesXXX.com. That's with an S. VanessaSmilesXXX.com.
There you go.
Your website still works?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm saying for research purposes, I look. Maybe I typed it in wrong. I need to check it out.
Let me check. If it's not working, then that's the problem. I got it because from last time I checked.
Kelso said, I'll be back.
Damn.
And Brooke Andre says, I said a crane, not crane.
No. He said carne. I think
carne. It's meat.
Yeah.
Yo, Brooklyn, I slept for 1 hour. And that's not really sleeping. So you got a part of me, man. Sometimes we reading these shit, skimming over it and all that part of self. Someone in our Facebook group says, what happened to smile when you hurt, just smile? Kirk Franklin voice. And if you're in the Facebook group, come over to the YouTube, the Ranters Union, and your name will pop up with your comments. Redemption said, thank you, schoolboy. I misread. Redemption also said, that does beg a question. Where's his mother? Pressure's in the house. He says, guess who's Bizak? Salute to my guy, Pressure. Salute my G. And Kelso said he'd be back. He's about to, he's about to raise the crime rate.
No shit. But truth be told, honestly, I feel like if that nigga who fucking shot the bitch for the fucking stimulus money, if that nigga had a father like Kirk Franklin who was in his ass, like, it would be different. Like, maybe he wouldn't have made the decision to go over there and fucking shoot up everybody, like, or even go over there and ask for no money. Because sometimes those men, they need that discipline. They need those boundaries, those standards. And, like, that dude didn't have it. And, his son is being upset because his father's trying to check him, but he going to learn later on, like, you know what? My father was trying to, do something for me, especially if your father has done something for you in your life at all. Like, come on. This nigga's taking you to therapy. You know, niggas don't want to pay for fucking therapy.
So
he care. Like, he care.
So let me ask the panel this. I don't know everybody's situation with their father, but can you forgive your father for the worst he's done? You know what I mean? Like V?
Yes, no matter what. Yes. That's your parents. Your mother and your father. What they say, honor the mother and father, and thy days will be long. Absolutely. You know, and there's a lot of things. You're not always going to agree with your parents or how they do things. You're not supposed to. The next generation's supposed to do it better. You're supposed to take what they gave you and then, you know, alley hoop the shit and make that shit work even better.
I agree with that. J Doug, can you forgive your father for the worst?
Yeah.
No doubt.
I feel like people just too close to their damn parents. I think Americans have built a two parent dependency society.
Mm-hmm.
I think people need to, especially men. You shouldn't, if you ain't saying what's up, all is well to your parents. It's not really. I don't see what to be arguing about. See
Right.
Thanksgiving.
Right. I
You know
feel
what I
you.
mean? No pressure.
Schoolboy.
Yeah, man. I don't know about the two-parent household being a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying that's that we build too. I'm saying that they promote too much in America, like you depending on your parents into adulthood.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Other people do that shit. See, like myself, folks sent me to goddamn college with nothing in my pocket but dust and fucking struggle. You know what I mean?
That made you better though.
My white friends, some of my white friends, and even a lot of my black friends, they went to school with a credit card that was paid every month that they could, you know, have their expenses on. Like that's what parents are supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Black people got this thing where shit, I struggle, nigga, so you gonna struggle too. You know, it's like we all getting hazed into being black when we're born. Look, you go through all the struggles that I went through, then some. I'm gonna beat your ass while I'm doing it. Like, nah, nigga, I'm good.
I graduated from college. My parents, I graduated from college. I looked at my parents. All my friends, they got cars. I had Jewish friends, all type of white girls, this, that, and the third. Everybody got cars from graduation. I looked at my parents. They like, oh, we going to Fridays. What? Like, I graduated from college. I'm the first person in the family to graduate from college, and we going to Fridays. And I went to Fridays, and I got my motherfucking brownie. Goddamn right.
Now,
and
I
got
do
my car later on.
believe that your parents should send you out into the world with something. They should send you off right, but into the age of like 33, no.
And even if they don't, you still as an individual got to make shit pop.
Yeah,
even if they don't.
That being said, can I forgive my parents for the worst that they've done?
Yeah, your father in particular.
Oh, my father in particular? I've had a conversation with my dad about the shit that he's done, and I don't know if it's so much forgiveness. I'm not big on like, I'm gonna forgive you because it makes me feel better type shit. No. I hold grudges. I like revenge. That's who I am, right? So I'm not gonna tell a nigga like, nah, it's all good. You fuck with me, and no. But I can understand. As a father now, I can understand how, okay, you made these decisions. But nah, nigga, like I'm not just gonna I'm not giving grown men out here no fucking passes for doing no dumb shit. I'm not.
Revenge is the Lord's.
All right.
The revenge is the Lord's, and if you follow the Bible, God always enacts revenge through man's hands. And if it's my hands, so be it, goddamn. So be it.
Technically not with Pharaoh, like he sent a spirit through them. I just wanted
Get
to
out of here. Moses ain't no damn spirit. Moses had a mouth and he walked with
but to kill all the firstborns, he spent that spirit through everyone who didn't have blood. So I just want to make sure if you quoting the Bible, like let's quote it right. Don't be lying on God.
That shit sounds sweet, but we also know that the Bible's not a one-to-one correlation. That being said, like when God gave America the stimulus, He did not give us a spirit of wealth. Okay, He sent us checks in the mail. All right, and I don't want no damn. That spooky shit ain't for me, man. I can't do it. That's a whole nother subject.
But just your parents, I feel like you should be able to just move on. I don't mean you gotta hang out with your parents, but that just mean you don't hate them. You can move on, and that's it, really.
I agree with that, but I want to hear the rest of the panel's take on it. Mimi, can you forgive your pops for the worst?
I don't know if I would use the term forgive, because I'm more so indifferent. I never had a relationship with my dad, so like I've seen him a couple of times in my life, but I'm cool regardless.
Can
That's
you
it. I what?
for that in particular? Can you forgive him for that?
I mean, I feel like to forgive, that means I have to have some feelings to evoke. What I'm saying is I'm indifferent. Like if I was to see him, I'm cool. If I don't see him, I'm cool. It's like meeting someone in real life. I'm leaning towards like what J Doug said, sentiments of like we put like our parents on a pedestal a bit because when we're kids, they are our gods and they're like our guiding system. And then when you grow up, you realize like they're humans just like me. So I had a talk with my dad, long story short, actually at the height of the pandemic. And like I just asked him a few questions and he basically was just like, yo, I'm just a stupid nigga. And I was like, you know what? I get it, because I'll be a stupid nigga sometimes too. And that was just done. And if you want to call that forgiveness, it's cool, but I didn't need it. It was cool to hear, but whatever.
I could dig it. I think I would call that forgiveness though, but I hear you. Steph, what's your thoughts? Could you forgive your pops for the worst?
I don't know, man. I think so. We cool. We cool. We all right. I don't like Jay does say. I ain't got to call the nigga every day and be like, "What's up, partner? Yeah, man, miss you." We ain't got to do all that, but you know, we
right. I think I to answer my own question, I know I can. I have. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Mimi said, it's like you kind of understand that. Okay, they're human too. So they may have made a fucked up decision or whatever, but if you still have a line of communication open with them, it's like Jay Doug was saying, I'm not going to hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? And just move on. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, V.
On a, I guess, advising note to everybody in the panel and everybody in the chat room out there, for people who do have estranged relationships with their parents in general, especially fathers, because fathers usually get the brunt of the work when it comes to not having as close relationships as the mom sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever wait until it's too late. Don't ever get in a position to say, I wish I could have done more. I wish I could have, because I hear all of these answers like, I could call that nigga every other day, or I don't really speak to that nigga that much, or I spoke to him and it's cool. But, you know, if this person passes, then you become in a position of regret. Then you become in a position of reflection. So even though the moments might not be ideal, it might not be comfortable, you'll sit back and you'll be grateful that you made those attempts. You'll be grateful that you made those small things happen.
Not true for everybody. Not true. I'm truly indifferent. My dad was, last time I hit him up, he was in the hospital with cancer in the height of the pandemic. And the first question in my mind, I'm not saying it was the right question. I'm just saying my default question was, I was like, I wonder if I'm in this nigga's will. Like I had no care. It was like another stranger. But that's just kind of how I feel. Like if when it's his time to go, I don't feel like I'd be missing anything.
You got some money? They got money?
I'm not answering that.
But
you don't got. He said he's trying to be. You don't got to have money to leave money behind to him.
Oh,
man.
yeah, he can have a life insurance.
Yeah.
I would have asked, like, yo, am I in the will? He would have been like, no. I would have just hung up on a motherfucker. Bye.
Yeah, let me tell you something that that's the one thing. Like that's part of the reason why I became an insurance agent, because I see people doing that shit. And like, look, you know, just quiet as it's kept. You know, my grandfather left us, and I got a first generation iPod. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, I think that's unforgivable. I really think that's unforgivable. I feel like, hey, nigga, like, you had your whole life to plan for this shit. You knew it was coming, and you didn't put stuff in place so that your family could be taken care of.
And the movie Chirac that Spike Lee did, and I hated this scene. I don't know if anybody's seen the film. And Chirac, when I forgot the guy's name, great actor, but he was walking around and he approached Angela Bassett at her gate and he was offering life insurance. He said, I heard you have a younger son. He basically said, niggas is getting shot around here. I'm an insurance agent. If you want insurance, I'm here to help you. And Angela Bassett playing the aunt of the young boy, she's just like, no, fuck out of here. Like, how dare you come over here? And she got mad. And I felt like the way Spike Lee pictured it, like he kind of glorified Angela in that moment. But I'm like, black people, like you're gonna die. Death is inevitable. It is. Someone should benefit in the passing of someone else. In the words of Lil Boosie, my children should flip their daddy money in the event of my death. So
Nah, but you know what? Honestly, that I'm gonna say it the way it is, man. The crack wars era, that generation, them niggas selfish as hell, bro. We're not gonna get a whole lot out of them. Them niggas are selfish because they really went into the 80s and the early 90s, like, yo, and even the folks before them, the folks in the 70s, they was like, look, I'm gonna do me. Fuck y'all. Hopefully y'all figure it out. But shit, I'm gonna live my best life. Look, you got motherfuckers today. Needy Leaks is goddamn 70,000 years old. She out here talking about living her best goddamn life. Like,
you gotta understand, black people.
She a glamour.
Black people, we're like all off the goalpost. So logic brings back if you want to. But black people, when we came to this country, we came with nothing, and so we have been playing a bit of catch up. And what we have done in the masses is like we see the shiny thing. So when we get a little bit of wealth, like we put our catch up in like, oh, I deserve this nice piece of jewelry or this nice thing or whatever, instead of building that underground wealth, which should be the iceberg to these like nice things that sit at the tip. So we're playing catch up generation after generation after generation. And so that's just, an unfortunate thing for us. But once we right side that thinking, we'd be okay.
Well, we got on this. Hold on, Jay. We got on this subject because we talking about Kirk Franklin, his estranged son, and we were talking about we could forgive our fathers for the worst. I think we all gave basically similar answers. Just wanted to sidebar out there too. One of the things that made it easy for me to build a relationship with my father, even though he wasn't there all the time when I was growing up, was that my mother didn't raise me to hate the man. So I think that's another thing we could have explored in the Kirk Franklin story is like, who's this child's mother, and what's her relationship with Kirk Franklin, and how did she teach him to treat or think about his father? But J Doug, I know you have something to say. Go ahead, brother.
I was gonna go back on to black people being selfish, and I know she brought it to slavery. And we always talk about how we've been here longer than slavery. Black people been stunting all in Africa. They were finding gold, and one person would keep all the stuff and floss and do that. So that's been happening way before we got here to slavery.
Well, go ahead. No, I was gonna say on the topic of wealth, I think something that we also are not acknowledging is that in a lot of households, especially ours, but outside our community as well, there's nobody's teaching wealth. You know what I mean? Like no one's teaching how to get wealthy in school. They don't teach you how to manage money in school. You know what I mean? And then a lot of households who don't have that training as well. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I mean, we catching up. A lot of that us catching up is us going to be educating ourselves on finances because that's what they don't teach us. Mimi?
Yeah, 1,000%. You can't teach what you don't know. So when I was growing up, I used to actually be angry at my mom once I got out into the workforce that I wasn't set up right. But once I did like my own growing, it's like, oh, she gave me what she had. Because where I learned about wealth was my first year interning. I was in a summer internship program, the only Black kid in it. I had 8 credit cards, everything to the max, and I was just stressed out. And my white intern partner gave me a book and was like, yo, read this. It happened to be like Dave Ramsey's book, and it got me on the right path to not only not necessarily like you have to subscribe to Dave Ramsey's teaching, but it opened the world for me to get like some basic training that I should have had at a younger age of like how I need to see my finances, how to manage my finances, because I'm just mimicking what I know, and my mom was mimicking everything that she knew, and so on and so forth. So that's when I talk about like we don't we don't have those conversations at the dinner table when some of my white counterparts was talking stocks and bonds while we were like in our program, and I'm like over my head not understanding, but it's like, oh, I was angry because I wasn't taught it, but then I had to take a step back and was like, well, was my mother taught it? Like, did we have time to even like take $500 that we didn't have to invest in a stock, and we barely know like the game? So we just don't have that same mark. And it wasn't my fault, no, but it was my responsibility to get on my feet financially.
Right. I think we let these comments back up, so I'm gonna go ahead and read these. Precious said, "Good parenting doesn't create great people all the time." Mendez brothers, Exhibit A. Someone in our Facebook group says, when they should been saving for education. Redemption says, "I'm fortunate that my folks paid for everything. I seen friends struggle, and it's terrible. Salute to your people's." Redemption. Someone in the Facebook group says, "We make shit pop, but it's not right." Ahmad says, "I can forgive depending, but I don't forget." Right. And I think the other part is the parent taking responsibility too. So I don't know the situation between Kirk Franklin and his son, but if you never take responsibility for what you did wrong, then it's going to be harder for that child to forgive too, because to Schoolboy's point, for you to forgive, that person got to be asking for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? When he brought up about the religion and all that, like when you think about theology, you have to ask God for forgiveness. He's not going to just forgive you. You know what I mean? So,
and I want to say something on that too. Is when you forgive, you do forget. If you don't forget, then you haven't forgave. Because just like you say, when God forgive us, He forgets it. He don't remember it. He don't bring it back up later. It's in the sea of forgetfulness. So you
okay.
gotta forget.
Someone in the group says they need to know how selfish their whole generation is, and Redemption is throwing up some church signs. We Steph, I think we need to get the organs. I need to program the organs into sound effects. You know what I mean? Especially when J Doug around. Mills Lane says, "Good morning, Rant is in the chat. Happy 80th episode." Yo, thank you, Mills Lane. Real talk. Salute to you, my God. Thank you. Man. Also, I want to say thank you to Sleazy Aki, who sent in a donation for all of us last week. I think it was on our last show. Salute to Sleazy Aki. And that's from me and the whole staff, everybody who was up here. Facebook, the person in the group says, "But it took me years to forgive my mother for the things she put me through." Well, I'm glad you was able to forgive. Kelso says, "Good parenting is subjective. A lot of parents make the mistake of being good parent by society standard instead of actually nurturing and being a good parent for their child," which is a good point. You can look good as parenting, but does that mean you're really nurturing that child, or are you just dressing them well? And
that's what I said.
Yeah,
dressing them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was I had an experience similar recently where someone told me, "Oh, my children look happy." And I said, this isn't just some random person. It's a person with a degree, all kind of degrees in psychology. I said, I don't want you to tell me that my children look happy with a fucking degree that, like, you got all kind of letters behind your name. Don't tell me that shit. Tell me what that means, But yeah, man, that's a great point, Kelso. That's a great point. Like, look, the kids not looking dusty and not having bruises and not being dirty doesn't mean that they're actually thriving as children. Just means that somebody took the time to wash their ass for a second.
Hey, at school, what's wrong with your audio?
Yeah, you gotta pull your trucker mic down.
We hear your nostrils instead of fucking what you saying.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. My bad.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, cool. Let me see. Miss Ravioli says, "Not all parents are worthy of forgiveness. If any human fails to self-correct with actions, close fingers though." Peace. All right. The person in our group says they got to do drugs to have crack babies. They have free education. They didn't have all this inflation, student loans. They were able to get a job without a degree. They never invested in stock market. Very few own property. All right. And they also said they did not try. They got high. Whoever that is in the Facebook group, salute to you holding it down in the chat over there. Precious says parents should leave their kids 5,000 to 10,000 for trial and error, a nice cushion for them to fall on.
Yeah, I agree with that. When you turn 18, it's your 10 rats. You do what you want to do with it and beat it.
Well, you know what? Speaking about that too, because Schoolboy talked about what people had when they were in school versus what he had when he went to school. I think we should add that in other communities also, sometimes they give their child money to travel the world before they even have to go to school.
That's a waste of time.
They let them travel and get their mind right before they even start.
It's a waste of money. I would never pay for that. You want to travel the world, you travel on your own dime. You work hard. I'm not sending. See, that's what builds entitlement in these kids. Oh, here, go travel the world. No, you're not going to travel the fucking world. Go build a life for your damn self. And if your life affords you to travel the world, then you'll be one of those fortunate people to travel the world. But I'm not God, and I'm not finna manifest you traveling the world off my bank now.
J-Duck, have you ever been out of the country? Not a joke, just question.
What you mean, Bahamas?
No.
Anything
that's not a U.S. territory.
Oh,
well, Bahamas is U.S. territory.
That's not a U.S.
Europe, Asia, India. I'm gonna say no because of how you asked me to clarify that question.
I don't know. I don't think you should travel the world, but I don't think your parents should pay for that when you're young. But
I agree with that. You should definitely travel the world.
Want to travel the world though.
It's not their responsibility. You should give them the money so they can set their life up. Setting their life up, that's the ideal thing. As a nurturer, you set, even animals, you set your baby cub out, you want your baby cub to live, you give them the necessities. Traveling the world ain't necessarily a necessity, do that by your own will.
Yeah, do that with your own money.
But I'm gonna give you the food, I'm gonna give you what you need for food, shelter, all that, and then you gotta figure it out. You gotta
listen, different strokes for different tax brackets. Like people with different pockets, that to them that's not a big deal, right? I've talked to plenty of people who traveled abroad,
but you get kids like what we're talking about with Kirk Franklin.
I disagree. I'll keep it short. Like traveling the world affords like a lot of like life experiences if you like do it right and like learn and explore. So if my kid can like get cultured and acclimated before going to college, by taking a gap year, if I know that's going to be best for them, and then come back instead of like pissing off their freshman year of college and moving forward, it's a consideration. But to Steph's point, like every household is a bit different. So I respect your point, J-Doug. Just disagree.
No, black people are behind. We cannot afford a fucking gap year. These niggas need to be going to law school. We need doctors. We need fucking scientists. All black people. Y'all need to be on y'all fucking shit. And I wish a nigga would be 18, 17 years old right now talking about a motherfucking gap year. What, nigga? They shooting niggas in the street. Get your ass on and do something with your life. Like,
no.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly,
that sounds like you talking about your child in particular. That does not sound like everybody in their child.
That's the state of our people. That's what's existing.
No. We just talked about this. You just talked about serving the individual, and now you trying to say what goes with these kids out here getting shot. Well, if I'm living the position of privilege, my son may not be exposed to those things that someone else's child be exposed to. Why wouldn't I let them travel abroad when their counterparts are doing the same?
Yeah, your example is a microcosm.
Well, that being said,
microcosm is the rich kid traveling. That's the microcosm. It's 90% of kids that's not doing that, but they gotta realistically deal with that gunfire.
That's a privilege.
One of the things that I think that we should recognize is also this, that giving your child the opportunity to travel around the world is not a fucking holiday. It's a learning experience. And it is what it is. Traveling around the world gives you a different perspective when you're here in the States. It gives you a different perspective when you're around that boardroom table. And the thing about it is, a lot of times you go into the boardroom, that's the experiences that they have had. In order for you to relate to them, you're going to have to get those experiences too. And so it would help. It would help if parents would put their children into being exposed to those things before they, like you said, Mia, get into the workforce and then be like, damn, you didn't even tell me I was about to run into this. So yeah, I get it. And I also, V, get what you're saying. A lot of folks will jump on a plane, go somewhere, and be on some bullshit the whole time. They go to Cancun just so that they can drink mimosas and they sipping their kid drinks and shit like that. They done went to the beach and had a good time. They done had the mariachi band come out, but they ain't really do nothing about like really teaching their kid about like the importance of, oh look, you see how poor those people are? You got it real good. You know, and even while we're here, we're gonna go to some of the nicest places in Mexico to show you these people don't give a fuck about their people either. So you need to get your shit together and have it together for yourself. Because everywhere around the world, you got the have and the have-nots. And we want to be here, you know, somewhere in the middle. But I don't want to go long on that.
I'm gonna say I think the compromise will be kind of what Schoolboy said towards in his example is the child should probably travel with the parents when they're coming up. You know what I mean? That way you can see shit, but it's not just here, take this money and go fuck off. You know what I'm saying? And go on, like you said, a vacation. It should be a learning experience. But traveling does help you learn about yourself, and seeing what's out there does make you see things as more possible. You know what I mean? The more you see, the more it's just something that just expands your mind and makes you think that opportunities are more available. You know what I mean? But I think everybody raised good points for their, you know, point of view on that take though. And some people said facts at Schoolboy, and Virginia Sim said well said. And let me see. I think I missed some comments. Miss Ravioli says not all blood relatives are family, and not all family are blood relatives. The person in the Facebook group says the whole baby boomer squad is horrible. And Pressure said, just call him Miss Ravioli an abuser. Redemption says that's deep. I can't imagine being indifferent. And Pressure says you're going for yet another degree, sis. And talking about Redemption because she's in school right now. Facebook user, the group member says they never have anything to leave behind. And then we are stuck paying for our parents' funeral after they never prepared for us. For life, prepared us for life, and pay for our dead son funeral because all of it is connected. Miss Ravioli says, pass, I'll put F niggas in the dirt while they are living. F niggas die when I remove them from my life. Miss Ravioli with the bars. I guess she can rap. She talked about, remixing one of the songs that we play it. Maybe she do have some bars. Who knows? And Redemption's going for some yoga meditation certificates. All right, salute. And Virginia Sim says, the way Mia feels about her pops, I feel about my brother. If dude takes a dirt nap today, I'll just say meh. And the ranter in the Facebook group says the parents have so much to do with who you are and who you turn out to be. I disagree with Pressure. Kelso says, y'all talking facts. A major part of why we are financially behind as a community is due to lack of knowledge of life insurance. We missed out on trillions. And let's see. I have to skip a few comments, but Ms. Ravioli says, I'm from this land. I'm playing catch up on these lies white folks been telling and keep telling. Fuck out of here. Where's Muhammad? Well, maybe Muhammad will come back on Wednesday. We'll holler at him. Redemption says Dave Ramsey lays the blueprint. Excellent financial literacy program. And let's see. Skip a few of these comments. And the ranter in the Facebook group say he learned in jail from someone who was for insider trading. I think he's talking about this right here. Black Button Club. Blackbuttonclub.com. I think I know the man you're talking about. Virginia Sim says, I've been using snippets of that program to teach my kids the basics of financial literacy. The ranter in the Facebook group says only 7 to 10 of the U.S. population knows how to trade. Snuggle said, do people have the ability to observe their surroundings and avoid the pitfalls, or did the things they said about the Egyptians were at our faults? I hope you can understand what I just tried to ask. Did anybody else understand? I didn't understand. I didn't understand. Brooklyn Hodges said, I'm recession proof personally, so oh well. My nigga. Pressure also says, you never answered my question. And talking to Miss Ravioli. Pressure also says, Natalie Holloway, here's some money to trail the world. See you soon. Redemption says he doesn't have an appreciation for it. I would definitely encourage travel. Brooklyn Hunter says, I was trying to get a segment on the Ranters Union. You know, you can. It's all good, man. You already know. And the Ranter in the Facebook group says you should travel and pay your child to travel and pay for your child to travel. And
No, just real quick, Facebook user, whoever you, welcome and thanks for coming in. And Snuggles, you've been popping up for the past couple of days. So though we didn't understand your question, thank you for checking back in with us.
Nah, Snuggles is an OG since season 1. But thank you for Snuggles for pulling
Oh,
up.
I'm the new bit. Okay. Hey, well, nice to meet you.
All right. The Rant in the group says, if you provide travel for a child, they will have a broad knowledge and will be able to see things differently. I agree. Slim says, traveling expands your views on the world, society, yourself. I support it. And our president says, Mimi F is so classy how she get messy. And there's a lot of comments. I'm gonna have to. I can't read all of these comments before we have to move on. Kelso says, depend on the path, and your child is on. Travel could be part of their development and could pay dividends in their business and or social life. And let me see. I'm gonna have to skip some of these. I apologize in advance. Kelso also says a gap year would allow your kids to have time with their thoughts and get a chance to see the world from a plane for inform a plan, for their life based on a broader scope.
So one quick thing. I know we reading through the comments. I do have to go, but this is really close to my heart. So one of the things that I want us to remember, because we're all at that age where we're having kids or we have kids, let's stop trying to send our kids out here with this dream state. You can be whatever you want to be. Your kids can't be whatever they want to be. It's certain parameters in this world, and we need to give them realistic. If you know your kid is good at talking, encourage them to maybe be a lawyer. If you know they're good at math, encourage them to go into the hard sciences. If you know your kids stay on that damn tablet all day, uninstall everything but some coding apps. Teach them how to code. But that's what China did. China wasn't on some, well, we know we're in a bad situation, but we just gonna tell everybody that everything is good and we love everybody. And no, they said, look, we got a 30-year plan to be on top of this bitch. And Feng Shui, you're a doctor. Li Hu, you a damn lawyer. We ain't playing that other bullshit.
Nigga, did you just say Feng Shui?
Feng Shui.
I agree with that.
Ling ling ping ping. Y'all gonna be running the damn restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
We need Ray. You a doctor. You know.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know, Hakeem, you a scientist. You know, we need that.
We gotta give the next generation a lot more guidance. And we honestly, some people are gonna get their feelings hurt. Be ready for in 30 years. I want a lot of people saying, I wish I could have been an actor. My mom made me go to med school. Great, wonderful, goddamn. Act on your time off. Make that your fucking hobby, like that Asian dude. That Asian comedian, the whole fucking doctor. And goddamn, what's the name of that movie? Hangover. Yeah, he's a real fucking doctor. Because his parents wasn't playing that shit. Oh, cool. You want to act and you think you funny? Get funny with them goddamn books, my nigga.
You make a good point, because I think I was saying this to somebody before I was joking. I was like, sometimes we do promote our children going into entertainment, you know what I mean, a little too heavy. And my thing is, you could be a singing doctor, you know what I mean? You can still be a doctor and play the guitar, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But go get that degree. It's something important. Go ahead.
It was a dude who went to, what is it? He played in the NFL, and then after he had a short career, but went right into the medical field afterwards. It's you have to prepare, because that shit is short lived. All that entertainment shit, man, that shit is not, none of that shit guaranteed. Rappers come and go. I'm talking about motherfuckers be number one and then you never hear from them again. Number one.
Right. I'm gonna wrap these comments up. Intrinsic Love, good morning, sister. Good morning to you. Thank you for your donation the other day too as well. Thank you so much. Kelso said, kids who travel abroad aren't just partying. There's tours involved, learning groups, and global networking. You send your kid with other aspirational kids, and they can also work overseas too. So if that kid learned a language in high school, they can like say they learn French, they can work in France. You know what I mean? Teaching English and things like that. So Precious said, J Doug is the shiniest nigga in color. Ms. Ravioli said, no, the parent doesn't necessarily have to travel with their children. I'm just saying that's a compromise in regards to what the panel was saying is a good compromise if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Because you can actually make sure they're not partying. And that don't mean you can't let them as a teenager still have freedom when you're in that country. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you could take them with you. Shampy, what's up, sis? Says, well, being well-traveled, I will say there are projects everywhere. So that traveling shit is overhyped. Then she also says, GoFundMe are not funeral arrangements. Facts. Just One Love says, nice looking panel, top of the morning, Rant is in the chat. Good morning, Just One Love. Thank you. Mr. Ravioli says, put that nigga in the dirt, Gucci Mane. And okay. And Redemption says, Kelso, agree with several of your points, spot on. Brooklyn Honcho agrees with the sisters, Shampy. Kelso says, we got to make change. Mills Zane said, take the craps players and turn them into Forex traders. I like that. And Virginia Sim says, somewhat agree, schoolboy, but I think giving kids direct options and access to achieve those professions will have better results than strong-arming them into a field. But some people do that, you know what I mean? And it worked for a lot of other countries. So, it's a good point. Mr. Ravioli says, I sent Ziti out of the country and Lucifer kept wanting to be reimbursed from housewife mommy me after the trip, probably when substance funds were low. And Virginia Sims says that former ball player turned doctor, that's his name, Steph, right there. He put Myron Roll. And Precious says Silento, the Nene nigga, was in jail apparently for killing his cousin. That's right. We didn't even get a chance to report on that, but we did report on when he had the pictures with his ass out in the air and them shits leaked. So we approaching the 9 o'clock hour. There is a couple more things you want to talk about, but Mimi, I know you said you want to go at this point, so you want to tell the audience, peace out.
Yeah, I gotta go do some stuff, but it's been fun. Bye, guys.
All right, enjoy your day.
Mimi out. All right, guys. So we y'all staying around for another half?
Nah, I'm about to say I'm pulling out a pause. But it's always a treat when players meet. So I'm gonna get at y'all.
So you know what? We might as well just rock out. And I mean, say it again, V.
Yeah, I gotta get to downtown Brooklyn. I have I gotta get on a train today.
Oh shit! Okay.
I ain't been on a train in a minute, yo.
Yeah, you got a car in New York?
Yeah, I don't take the fucking train. Yo, ain't nothing against the train though. I'm gonna humble myself. I don't want to drive over there because sometimes it'd be kind of crazy. And then I might just say fucking and still drive, but no, it's gonna be faster because I want to go to 34th Street too. See,
I gotta come.
See if I can pick up some stuff. But
yeah, 34th is. I used to park when I had an office on 36. I used to park on 34th. That shit is not cheap.
Well, by like 12th Avenue. Like,
yeah, exactly. You gotta go up there. Well, if you get there early, you can get an all-day joint for like $20-something. You know what I mean? But you gotta
exactly.
You gotta be there. Like I'm talking like 6, 7 in the morning type shit for like the early.
Right. Or I could leave my car at home, pay what is it, $275 there, $275 back.
Basically.
And yeah.
Yep. But really quick, so Steph, you want to give a quick notable honorable mention to the Grammy motherfuckers since we just ended on the lie, since the latest entertainment?
Yes. First of all, a big shout out to Beyonce for winning her 4 awards, bringing her to a lifetime total of 28. She holds the record for most Grammy wins by a female artist. Blue Ivy Carter, her daughter, also won her first award. Shout out Meg Thee Stallion. She was the first female rapper to win Best New Artist since Lauryn Hill in 1999. She also won Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song for Savage featuring Beyonce. Who else? Nas. Shout out to Nas. This is his 17th album, but for won Best Rap Album of the Year. Like you said, 27 Summers wasn't even the goal, but here is winning his first best rap album of the year on his 17th album. I'm sorry, 27 years in the game. And Cardi B and Megan, for the first time, performed the slightly PG version of WAP.
What was that? I heard they was scissoring on the stage or something.
That performance was trash.
Semi PG, bro. It's hard to make wet ass pussy PG, bro. It is.
It's hard to make talentless women look like they got talent.
They were scissoring up there, man. Yo,
and they trying to Beyonce the shit. Like that's what they trying to do with all these of them. Like they trying to Beyonce the shit and make the shit look grand with all the aesthetics and the clothes but no, Beyonce was in that bitch, like 5 days straight. Like she put in the work. So by the time she got to stage, like that shit was normal. I feel like what they're doing is just trying to put shit together just to make shit stick. And I don't really know if it's either that or they just don't have that star power to make it really look how it's supposed to.
But why you got to get on the Grammys as a woman of color? The first thing you want to perform is wet pussy on the Grammys.
Right. You got other songs. Like
the song went number 2, bro. The song went number 2.
But black people always talk about their representation. But y'all don't never complain about about anything that these women do.
Bro,
but y'all always complain about reputation.
That's about what the White Academy wants to see. The White Academy
y'all always talking about
the
music industry is the reason why all the black men locked up. This is why the black men ain't getting ahead. And then y'all get on there, y'all accept this crap. Nobody say nothing. It's all good. Wet pussy. That's all. That's us.
Nigga, I don't want to hear nothing. You listen to Kodak faithfully.
But
that's your nigga.
On the world, I don't want Kodak on the world stage.
He literally talks about killing other human beings, bro.
Kodak.
Hold on.
This is what I'm saying.
That's fine.
I'm not talking about the content.
That's fine. It's just the fact that the Grammys is not the place for that. The Grammys is not about to like.
Do that in the projects in the hood.
I'm waiting on Kodak to perform at the Grammys now, because now if WAP can be accepted because white niggas want to look at black women gyrating on stage. That's why they let that in. Okay, so now we have to have Kodak on stage. It's a
he wasn't on
stage.
He wasn't on that platform.
Listen, we're not going to drag this out. I love y'all, but
I know. Yeah.
All right, everybody pretty much got to go. But tomorrow we're going to talk about a story that one of the reps sent to me on the young lady who got into the shootout with the police out there in I believe it was Memphis. I'm sorry, Tennessee. It was Tennessee. It was Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to talk about that. And is it a teachable moment? Was she justified for shooting a cop? She ended up getting killed, by the way. So, rest in peace to her. But she didn't die before she tried to shoot the cop too. But with all that being said, we'll talk about that tomorrow. You know what I mean? When it's a healthy panel to discuss it. Salute to y'all. And congratulations to us. You know what I mean? 80th episode, another milestone. You know what I mean? That's big. And we well on our way to 100. And I look forward to seeing what's next. And I thank you guys. I can't thank you enough. I'm really glad that I have the crew that I have. It means a lot to me. And thank you, V Smiles, for pulling up today. Steph Got Jokes, J Doug, Mimi F Baby, Schoolboy. Y'all already know what time it is. And Keenan Khan last comment says, Reverend J Doug always has a word for the people. Church. All right. And my big little sis, she get the last comment. I'm sorry. She said congrats. Thank you, sis. Thank you. So y'all know what it is. I'm going to go into some tunes. And this is a submission from Blue Label Multimedia. This is the homie from New York. I think Brooklyn / Buffalo. I'm pretty sure he's well-rounded. But this man is called Cool Taj the Great. And this is the Low Life Anthem. 2 L's up. Salute to my lows out there. And Precious said, nigga, you made it. Y'all going to keep me reading comments, man. Thank you. Thank you, Just One Love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Brooklyn Honcho. Thank everybody who watching. Salute to everybody in the chat. Everybody who watches us, keep us lifted. And you already know what time it is. This has been the Morning Rant.
stay on the low. Breaking in the dope, all we know is low. Throwing 2 L's up when you rockin' that low. Head to toe, all you see is low. Wherever we go, we stay on the low. Breaking in the dope, all we know is low. Throwing 2 L's up when you rockin' that low. Yeah, polo bag, man, heavy make my bag hurt. Once we get back to the hood, you'll feel my patchwork. B-wing flying off of my shirt. Lay a finger on my thread or put your head in the dirt. Till you stick up, kids, wipe the smirk off your face. We mad deep, all you see is low lights in the place. Don't get mad at us, cause you all suck. Yes, my gang bang, then we throwing 2 L's up. Pulling up to my crib in a U-Haul truck. Full of Ralph Lauren gear, worth $1 million. You slow cats stuck on this fly shit, we rockin'. First option, well the boost and the tag poppin'. My style deaf, not so-so. I stay on the low, sweating my style, now that's a no-no. Shout out to my low bros, breaking it mando. Love and loyalty, yeah, you know how it goes, come on. Head to toe, all you see is low. Wherever we go, we stay on the low. Breaking in the dope, all we know is low. Throwing 2 L's up when you rockin' that low. Head to toe, all you see is low. Wherever we go, we stay on the low. Breaking in the dope, all we know is low. Throwing 2 L's up when you rockin' that low.
Low life till I have no life. Nothing but double RL when I get my dough right. Prefer quality goods, I ain't the glow type. Nigga, my aura alone is like a strobe light. Souvenir pieces, rear Nike sneakers, easy on the eyes. Airtight defense, comforter got the same design as the joggers I sleep in for a little over a decade. It's been low all season. Mostly due to low, you go in the store and don't be seeing threads. Jewish, join the rappers, first choice, I look Korean. Addicted to the high off both. I BOD and grind from AM to PM. I need another BM. Old school, I only talk music in my DM. Below is well shit. I'm from the deep end, went from juvenile delinquent to the illest nigga breathing motherfucker.
Head to toe, all you see is low. Wherever we go, we stay on the low. Breaking in the dope, all we know is low. Throwing 2 L's up when you rockin' that low. Head to toe, all you see is low. Wherever we go, we stay on the low. Breaking in the dope, all we know is low. Throwing 2 L's up when you rockin' that low. Hey yo, we out here looking fly that you can bet. Whether copping online or the Ralph Lauren outlet. Taking mag out photos while everybody's staring. Fly mommy smiling, complimenting what we wearing. Looking like movie stars, but we can care less. Just some fly ass cats, stay fresh when we dress. Salute to the Feli twins, God bless. My man DJ Shay, BSF. Crushing on styles, cross flags on my chest. Stadium 92s with the polo tech. Polo bear sweat to the Aztec. Respect to the vets. St. John's Posse, Marcus Garvey Village. I've been down for a while now. Known for that wild style. My RL thread, arrange your eyebrow. Make you say, oh wow, this cat, he mad nice. Looking for low, holla at me, everything had price. Head to toe, all you see is low. Wherever we go, we stay on the low. Breaking in the dope, all we know is low. Throwing 2 L's up when you rockin' that low. Head to toe, all you see is low. Wherever we go, we stay on the low. Breaking in the dope, all we know is low. Throwing 2 L's up when you rockin' that low. Taj Creek, G Money Bags, DJ Kansas. Word up, get the L's up.
Colossal, hollows will make you sing the gospel. Hostile with any fossil who think they stopping my Roslo. Live live apostle, twisting pasta in Ferragamo. Gamma ray radiated, my rage inflated as possible. The flaming gospel got you, snatch the lame out you. Brain on the A train, my nuts banging the tonsils. And I could give a fuck if she militant, a 9-to-5 bitch, or a hood rat hoe who don't give a shit. Hopped out, R. Kelly goggles on from 96. Real grimy nigga, but he still told his shiny grip. Every 6 months that nigga Johnny get Dubai and shit. We better than these niggas and it's obvious. Niggas throwing throwing shots, but I ain't ducking them, cause X don't duck shit. When I see him, I'ma snuff every F in one of them. Effortless flow. Niggas tried to make me kinda shit, but I like violence, I like wildin', nigga. That's my kinda shit. Dollars spin like an economist on Wally moccasins. Versace, I wear like Big Papa on the yacht inside his bed. Simon said, chuck a shiny dick until your mom repent for thinking that these wild vagina kids could ever rhyme with him. Flow as tight as rusty plier grips. A time bomb ticking, bout to blow like invaders him. Fuck this whole shit up, fuck this whole system. Use an asshole, a mental midget. I should uppercut your scrawny ass right through the ceiling, nigga. No, I don't feel these niggas. Yup, I'm Achilles, niggas. Undisputed truth, there can never be no split decisions, ho. So when you think about the best, you say me. When the Grammy get a speech for the weight tucked in my cheek,
Hold guns and terrorize, cock back and sterilize, flip making cheddarize, bitch living better lives, snitch then we sever ties. I don't respect that. Queens in my bloodstream, word to my Mets hat. Silk over shoulders, cashmere coats, we fresh black. I've been told niggas fall back and move graciously. Fuck being stuck in a box, I think spaciously. Cartier, cocaine, cardiology. I ain't gon' chill if it's beef, you gotta body me. Cherry red beamer, fried shrimp from Maltina. Official with a pistol, niggas wish I was their leader. But I could never fuck with an imposter. I'd rather play alone than have bum niggas on my roster. Dodo doing donuts in the style playing who shot ya. My niggas moving crazy flower. Your little chain look like you stole it at a baby shower. And your shorty think I'm super cool. She wasn't shit, I sent that bitch home in an Uber pool. She made 17 and a half stops. She lived 3.6 miles away and it took her 14 hours. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch.
Hey, nigga, I'm on fire right now, fuck, nigga. I had the biggest comeback, nigga. Niggas thought it was over with for me, nigga. Y'all tried to count me out, nigga. I ain't forgot about that shit. Y'all niggas think I forgot, nigga. I ain't forgot about none of that shit. So I'm back with a chip on my fucking shoulder, nigga. Wrote this with my eyes closed, on rose in Moscato. Intuition, inner visions flow from out the cosmos. Niggas ask me how I made it, I begin if I know. I just went with my soul, and the rest just follow. She's a good girl, fuck that bitch, I'd rather deal with hoes. Say no to cash app, I ain't tricking, bitch, you must be psycho. But I'm prone to lie though, just don't tell all my bros. I roll gelato in the Bronto, so I got the sky closed. Damn, it's raining, grab my cane and pass my Prada poncho. The boots was leather with the tattoos, those the Randy Macho. Goggles, Ferragamo, condos big as Costco. I popped the rhino, then she swallowed like it's Mr. Sacco. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. Modern life like Rocco, but I still pray to Shango. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to Gaucho. Rebel, outlaw, reckless, vato, ghetto, desperado. Aim the Draco, eating tacos, take your breath like Cyclones. Adjacent to Van Gogh, I'm chasing my shadow. The pain is the shackle, embrace it for battle. In the gym for 7 weeks, I feel like Boris Kojo. I mean Cujo with a new hoe, sober watching Kuso. With my old hoe, I forgot I fuck my hoes in duos. Football throws in 2 holes, loopholes out with pool holes. That piece of coupon for designer, Gucci coat was 2-tone. School old Parasuco, shoot like Tony Kukoc. Bitch, I'm a Samson, no Delilah, put that on my tombstone. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to Gaucho.
You bitches chose dick over dollars and that's your problem. You niggas chose looks over loyalty, door revolving. Snakes in the grass, cut it down so I could see them. Jump ship way too early, they hate to see it. You bitches chose dick over dollars and that's your problem. You niggas chose looks over loyalty, door revolving. Snakes in the grass, cut it down so I could see them. Jump ship way too early, they hate to see it. The egg don't swim to the sperm. I hope you learn to discern that every bridge ain't meant to burn. You reap what you earn before I hit the urn. I live the dreams I yearn. Bank account, no concern. I bet that makes your stomach turn. While y'all was sucking cock, I tried to put y'all on the money, but y'all hoes live with mommy and rather be some niggas dummy. Now I hear him acting funny, but I'm full. Ask my tummy chatting cause I had that abortion. Receive with caution, cause your kids can wind up orphans. Both parents in coffins, dealt with disrespect way too often. Tried to let my heart soften, but I must address this with a sense of importance. What the fuck was you snorting? You bitches chose dick over dollars and that's your problem. You niggas chose looks over loyalty, door revolving. Snakes in the grass, cut it down so I could see them. Jump ship way too early, they hate to see it. You bitches chose dick over dollars and that's your problem. You niggas chose looks over loyalty, door revolving. Snakes in the grass, cut it down so I could see them. Jump ship way too early, they hate to see it. Dropped it down for a penny, now how small was that? Lost your mind off that Henny, can't take it back. Big goddess energy, it's nothing that I lack. Holy wall of protection, prepared for the attack. Sleeping with the op, should've never gotten bed with you. Chain of fools, all because our interest was mutual. Had something beautiful, no love without tragedy. Did me raggedy, treated you like your majesty. Niggas don't be used to nothing, charge it to the game. Use a fucking lame, such a shame you reproduce with the hood dame. My power had you shook, too concerned with a look. And you could've been a king, but you settled for a rook. Serpent got up in your ear, forbidden fruit for the wind. But this is right up my alley, bullet strike with a pen. I know it burns you within to see me living on my dreams. Lost your good luck charm, living way above your means. You bitches chose dick over dollars and that's your problem. You niggas chose looks over loyalty, door revolving. Snakes in the grass, cut it down so I could see them. Jump ship way too early, they hate to see it. You bitches chose dick over dollars and that's your problem. You niggas chose looks over loyalty, door revolving. Snakes in the grass, cut it down so I could see them. Jump ship way too early, they hate to see it.
Grand rising, grand biscuits, magic wand waving grand wizards. If you my man, 100 grand and a grand missing. I got 99 problems, what's the damn difference? Listen, on my unborn grandkids, you know a nigga grown when a band is a bandage and the band keeps playing when you on a Titanic and your home network can't handle the bandwidth life's a damn bitch. Still love her though. Raw sex pulling off the rubber slow. Rubber dub, that's a dry rub on the roast. Smells like burnt toast, you know I got a serious stroke. Periods broke like the levees. Flow on the mic kinda heavy. Got enough sauce for the spaghetti. Red hot chili pepper, order water under the bridge. I forgive niggas for wanting to live. I ain't mad at ya, I ain't the mad rapper. Just a mad rapper, damn rapper. Shimmy, shimmy, dog like a capper. Somebody tell Boozy that I'm better. Vanilla